Markel Taylor Bay has made mistakes.
I was always snappy, agitated, impulsive.
While serving a 21-year sentence for robbery, he wanted to put those mistakes in his past. He educated himself about business, found a business partner, and when he got out, they got to work, but he soon found himself back inside.
36 days later, after doing 21 years of incarceration, I went and robbed a Papa John's pizza. My brain just shut down, and people was wondering how, after doing all of this time, having the business education he have.
While he takes ownership of his actions, Markel learned about ongoing research from the University of Denver that suggests he was also a prisoner of his own mind.
Didn't know I had a traumatic brain injury. I didn't even know I had mental health issues.
The CDC defines a traumatic brain injury, or TBI, as an injury that can affect how the brain works. Caused by a blow to the head, it's a major cause of disability. New findings by researchers estimate that 50 to 80% of America's prison population has had a TBI. Outside of prison, less than 9% of the general population has had a traumatic brain injury. The statistics are worse for incarcerated women. 97% have had a traumatic brain injury, and half have had multiple. The results of this groundbreaking research was shocking to the study's author, Dr. Kim Gorgons, who has been speaking out since, including in this TED Talk, which she provided to us.
In this way, these women's brains look like the brains of retired NFL players. And they'll likely face the same risks for dementing diseases as they age.
Dr. Kim Gorgon's research has shown that TBIs can impact someone's ability for self-regulation, judgment, reasoning, and problem solving. And that, she says, can lead inmates to reoffend once they get out of jail.
You know, trauma is the only thing that we let get to a stage 4, before we start to treat it. And the treatment is prison.
Corey Shively met Markel in prison and is now his business partner at their marketing company. Thanks to the study, they both discovered TBIs they suffered while they were younger have impacted their judgment and impulse control and are now getting help for it. They've now made it their mission to educate their communities about traumatic brain injuries.
We should have better resources in our community to be able to deal with this trauma up front. We shouldn't have to wait till Markel's 47 and I'm 40 years old for us to get some therapy.
They've taken their mission to the Colorado state capitol with hopes of changing policy across the nation. They helped create a new law that mandates neuropsychological exams for inmates once they get sentenced. If a mental illness or brain injury is detected, psychologists make 2 plans, one for prison staff to manage the inmate and the other for the inmate on how they can better themselves, all with the hope of reducing recidivism.
They're going to be able to see what's going on with their brain, become more aware, and, like we like to say, trauma-informed, trauma-conscious, trauma-responsive.
Markel hopes that this is just the first step in helping people like himself recognize their own disability to make themselves and everyone around them safer.
We're here to help this state be returned back to a baseline state of safety so people can operate effectively and they don't have to suffer in silence.
I'm Vanessa Mishanya reporting.